What's up, everybody? I'm Perfectly Techno. I am your disaster tour guide, and we are back with episode 2 of Bits, Crits, and Halfwits with our lovely cast of little just chaos minions. Last
Hello, I'm a
week,
chaos man.
well, actually, what's everyone's? We'll start with Rosie. What's everyone's favorite moment from last week? Or
Oh
I guess
gosh,
last time we played.
I loved Lyra not being able to order things at the bar. That was good. That was, my contribution. What about you,
What about
Isaac?
what about you, Elliot?
I think I'm pretty proud of how I sort of played Elliot's character last time. The just never ending reluctant overconfidence. Um, uh, I intend to keep that up.
Sky?
I liked casually wiping the blood of the crushed can onto the knocked out kobold in the alleyway, just like fine.
Right before he woke up and booped your snoot.
Yep, and then the boop snoot. I still have a sketch for that. I just haven't finished it.
And Brando.
Obviously, I don't think you need to ask, but I think it's Lulin being Tim Tebow and throwing a Dutchtown bass.
Yeah, Lulin is actually going to the 2021 D&D Olympics for the Kobold throw category.
Yeah.
So,
But another one of my favorite things is also Lulin acknowledging that he was very much in the wrong, and atoned immediately.
as soon as he realized he messed up.
As soon as he heard a click of something, I'm sure the noise he knows.
Oh, Mr. Mayor was very angry at you.
The sound of a threat.
The sound of a threat. Anyways, let's hop over to this. We have from left to right, we have... I have a command for this, don't I? Yeah! So, the D&D crew and peeps. We have twitch.tv/theskyt playing our lovely Minotaur Barbarian Newson. We have One Rosie CS playing our human wizard Lyra. We
Hello.
have Spacious 367 playing our Minotaur Paladin Lulin.
Hello.
And we have Isaac playing our half-elf wizard Elliot. But without further
That's
ado,
accurate.
we're caught up on
That is-
last week. Let's cut you guys back over to the right map.
Look at this moody street. Wow.
Wow.
Wow, that was a moody street.
It was, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And let's get to it. So, where you guys left off, the mayor had just walked away with the kobolds. And you guys were left standing in the street, coming up with a plan on how to capture the hooded figure.
Well, if he comes back to the same spot every night, and assuming he didn't just watch us anyway, maybe we should just wait here for him.
I mean, I feel like it stands to reason if he sees a party of people hanging out in the area that he might avoid the confrontation.
Right.
So-
right.
Why don't we come back tomorrow around the same time? Just about a few minutes earlier. And then for the rest of the day, did the mayor say something about going off to like the Adventurers Guild or something?
I think there was that, and I believe the kobolds also mentioned to us that they sell their extra cans to the general store. They're cans that are clearly not just cans.
Yes.
So perhaps we should also maybe go over there. I don't know if that would really give us any new information.
But we could squish the cans.
We could squish the cans. I am excellent at squishing the cans.
You are pretty good at squishing the cans.
Very good at squishing cans.
All right. Well, I guess we got pointed off in the direction of this general store.
You did.
Let's
So
go.
the general store was next to the inn that you started at.
Mm-hmm.
The what was it? The Rook's Rest, I believe.
Rook's Rest is actually the town you're in.
Mhm.
No, it's oh, I guess I didn't write the name of the inn.
I think
No, I
wrote
did. It's the Jester and Mug
Aha.
with the barkeep as Riska, right?
Yes,
Riska,
Riska.
Riska. Yeah,
Yes.
I remember
Really?
things. Not
Yep.
me flipping through a notebook.
Yeah.
All up here in my noggin.
We Minotaurs have very good memories.
Do you now?
Absolutely not.
Mm.
Absolutely not.
Under no circumstances do the Minotaurs have anything resembling good memory.
We remember how to fight, and we remember good food. It's probably
Mhm.
about it.
Yeah.
Mm.
And unfortunately, it seems that remembering how to fight isn't going to serve us very well in this town. It's a lot different in this society than it is back home.
It's not my fault the society doesn't know the kobold shot put.
Obviously.
What is? Never mind. All right, Lyra's gonna start walking in the right direction here because she remembered the direction.
Yeah, so you all start heading down the street to the south, towards the river. And it's getting later in the day at this point. It's probably close to 5 o'clock. And as you guys get to the general store, you see that the lights are on and it appears to still be open.
That's a good sign.
This is ideal.
I'll just walk on in there.
Yeah. I'd probably let the two smaller folk go first.
As you enter, you hear a string of curses from the back of the general store. And you hear a racket as the shopkeeper comes around the corner using a trident and chasing a bowler hat across the floor.
It's time. It's time for another stomp.
Yeah.
And give me a perception check, Lyra, because you were the first one through the door.
Oh, I reached for my real dice. Not that.
Maybe one day.
One day.
That'll be for the in-person bits, crits, and halfwits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Right, it's
at
12.
in-person Bits, Crits, and Halfwits at TwitchCon. Catch us there.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Where we just set up a small circle on the floor and
Yes,
play.
on the concrete out in front of wherever TwitchCon is. We just set up a small circle and play D&D.
Pull out like one of those like white foldable tables.
I will bring extra hats for myself.
Very good, very good.
But at TwitchCon, they'll be redeemed with the real life channel points.
You mean money?
I do mean money.
Like you'll just have one extra hat that's for holding money.
Yep.
No. They'll all be open on the ground, and anytime anyone puts money in any of the hats, that hat goes on the head.
Yes.
Select the
Oh,
hat.
I see. You
Yes.
better hope no change gets thrown in there then.
No, that's the point.
Call it a hailstorm. Lyra, with your With your perception check of 12, you notice there are a lot of items just moving around inside this shop.
Oh god. Okay. I would like to cast Frostbite at one of them.
Roll to hit.
Alright.
Or is it a save?
It's a save. It's a con save.
Alright, let me roll my dice here. Where's my dice roller? Don't do this to me.
Oh no.
Oh.
We're missing the dice roller.
Does a 17 succeed?
I believe so. Yes. Yes.
Alright.
Yes.
So is it half
yeah.
damage or no damage?
On a failed save, or I think it's no damage. It's no damage.
Alright, so you shoot a frostbolt and it slams into the wooden rafters and just covers one of them in frost. And the shopkeeper stops and looks at you and goes, "What was that?" And then just lashes out with the trident and pins a scarf to the wall and goes, "Yeah, that was regular merchandise."
Can we focus on like the moving merchandise, and can I do another hoof stomp?
Yes.
Like
So, are you all just attempting to help clear out this shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So, you all just go around stomping items and just hitting items with books and such. And by the end of it, the inside of this shop is covered in green. Just mimic blood.
Oh, gross.
And the shopkeeper looks at you and goes, "Thanks for that."
You're welcome.
Yeah. So what? The kobolds gave you these?
Well, they gave me a bunch of cans, and when I came into work this morning, the cans were gone and most of my merchandise was moving.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
yeah, we've been tasked with trying to get to the bottom of where all of this is coming from.
Oh? Have you had any luck?
We have a suspicion that it may be one of the new travelers that's settled in. Seems that he may have been paying the kobolds in coins that were not coins, and then the kobolds have been I'm not gonna say unintentionally distributing them, but utilizing them as currency from that point.
Well, they are kobolds.
They are kobolds.
They just see something shiny and assume it's money.
No, they definitely know that it's not money.
Well, have you had any luck? Have you caught the person doing it yet?
Not quite,
Not
but we've got a
yet.
lead.
Yes.
So what can I do for you?
Well, we came to, confirm our information about the kobolds distributing the creatures that turn into objects throughout the town, obviously.
She looks at you, and she's standing in the middle of the shop, surrounded by shelves with broken items, and just items with holes in it, and just green goo just all over everything, including her, and she goes, "Well, are your suspicions confirmed?"
Obviously, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess sorry about the Lyra kind of gestures to the store in general.
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
What's going on, Dave?
Have you had any personal experiences with this new person in town? They appear to be wearing leather mostly, hooded most of the time, kind of keep to themselves, but you're the general store owner. If anyone's gonna talk to you, or if anyone's gonna talk to anyone, it's probably you.
Well, a big group came through the other day. They were all wearing very colorful clothing.
A circus? Love to join the circus. Sorry. What the...
Who did you recognize any of them?
Well, no, we get a lot of travelers through here. I'm not sure that any of them... I didn't think that any of them stuck around, though.
Oh.
No, Dave. Rook's Rest is the name of the town.
Did their clothes look expensive as well as colorful?
Give me 1 second. Apparently my camera and my audio are desynced.
Oh.
Check, check. Check, check. Alright, we're good. What were you saying?
Did their clothes look expensive as well as colorful, or just colorful?
Well, most of them seemed like they... It ranged. They were wearing... Some of them looked like they were wearing dyed rags, and others were wearing much finer clothing.
How many of them were there?
Oh, they mobbed the shop, so somewhere between 20 and 25.
That's strange.
All sorts of strange people.
Perfect opportunity for someone with less than savory intent to sneak in unnoticed, I suppose.
Perhaps, although, you know, there's also been a lot of elven guards coming through town lately.
Hmm.
Yeah, we met one over at the Gesture and Mug the other day.
Oh, was it... Did you meet Alden or Lissam?
Lyra whispers into Elliot's head. Did he tell us his name? I don't remember if he told us his name.
Well, if he did, I sure as heck wasn't listening.
Oh God,
no.
I don't remember either.
Let's go with Alden.
Oh, just okay. And
Just
then I say
guess.
out loud. If I say out loud, I don't think he said his name.
Oh, it was a he? That was Alden.
Ah.
His wife, Lissam, doesn't talk as much.
Oh. I see.
But they've been in town for a while.
Caused any trouble?
No. We honestly don't know why they're here.
Have they put down roots? Bought a place?
They own a house on the north side of town near the wall.
Interesting.
Is there anything else I can help you all with? Do you care to buy something? And she, like, waves her hands around the shop and goes, anything with a hole in it is discounted.
Lyra picks up the nearest scarf, the one that got impaled, and it's like, how much for this?
Oh, we'll say 5 copper.
Alright, I can do that. Here you go. And she just kind of puts it around herself.
Yep. You put on the white and blue scarf, and it's long. It's like 4.5 feet long.
Oh wow, that's fun. I'll wrap it around a couple more times.
And then she holds out her hand for the 5 copper.
Yeah, drop it in.
Do you have 5 copper?
I think so. Wait, do I not? Oh no.
You just have a bunch of gold.
Oh, I see. I say, I only have a gold. Can I do change?
Absolutely. And she goes behind the counter, and she almost seems to have almost literally like an old style cash register.
Oh, okay.
She pulls down on the lever and it dings as it opens up, and she makes change for your gold, and she gives you back 9 silver and 5 copper.
Alright, I'm holding these, and I hold them up to Nuzin and say, can you please make sure none of these will bite me? Thank you.
Newson holds out her hand for the coins to be placed, and
Yeah,
then
drops them.
closes her fist around them and kind of squeezes
They
to see
feel
if
like
any of them.
coins.
Lulu's gonna jut out. Make sure they don't bite your nose this time.
Just cover her face. She opens her hand again and says, "Yes, these are normal coins."
The tavern owner looks at you all confused. Bites your nose?
Yes, I had a rather unfortunate interaction with a bit of silver the other day, or earlier today.
Impressive.
The
Ah.
coins are doing the same thing as some of these items.
I understand.
I drop the coins back into Lyra's hand.
Yeah.
Anyways, where are you all staying?
Next door.
Oh, the Jester and Mug. Wonderful people. Riska is a fantastic host.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
she was
she's
very
been-
kind.
Very accommodating to us.
I'm glad that somebody's on the case. I'd love to not have to worry about my merchandise eating me while I sleep at night.
Mm.
We would
Me
like
too.
to save you from that as well.
Fantastic. Well, if you need anything else or you need to know about anybody in town, I'm here. Will you be in town long?
As long as it takes to solve this, I suppose.
Very well.
Thank you very much for your help. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Anytime. And she pulls out a rag and just starts cleaning the walls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Newson kind of like scrapes up some of the bigger bits and like takes them and like puts them in a trash receptacle or something.
And
Or-
actually, Lyra starts casting mending on some of the easily mended objects.
The things that weren't mimics just got holes stabbed in them.
Yeah.
She watches you as you cast mending, and she watches as Newson looks around for a trash can, and she says to Newson, "You can just throw that outside."
Newson nods and just yeets it out the door.
And then and then she walks up to you, Lyra, and she hands you back your 5 copper and goes, "Well, if you're going to be fixing everything, I can't make you pay for a scarf."
Well, but now you know I could have fixed the scarf too, and I kind of felt bad because I got the discount on it anyway. And
It's okay. It's okay. You can just keep your 5 copper.
oh, thanks.
I'm sure it won't be a huge hit to my business.
He says, "Oh, thanks."
Especially
gonna-
since you don't have to discount everything now.
Exactly. See, this Minotaur has an excellent understanding of good business practices. Anyways,
Newson doesn't really say anything, but she kind of like the ears kind of indicate. It's like, yeah. Just a little bit.
proud Newson is proud.
Yeah.
Proud cow noises.
Can you show us a proud cow noise? What does that sound like?
Um,
It's just kind of a.
I don't know if it would be so. It'd be kind of a like, like a huff and kind of a like.
The proud cow noise is literally the Minecraft sound effect for cows.
Yes.
Anyways, what are you guys doing next?
I suppose we head to the guild and talk to the people there, and then plan our what did you call it before, Lyra?
ambush.
No, there was a
Stakeout. Oh,
yeah.
a stakeout. Yeah, sorry, I don't know if that's insensitive or not.
Lulu's just gonna look at you. Why would it be insensitive?
Never mind. Yeah, it's called a stakeout.
But so you head to the guild, and even though it didn't feel like it took a lot of time, it probably took you guys 2 hours to kill everything in the shop. And as you approach the guild, you see that for the day at least, they are closed for business.
Fair.
Darn.
Is there anything that gives a time of when they're open on the next day?
Not really, but based on what you've seen from all the shops around, you can safely assume that they'll open around sunrise.
Got it.
Well then, should we? I believe the kobolds said that. Does the man come by in the night or in the morning?
They said
we
he
saw
comes
him in
around
the
2
morning.
times a day.
I suppose we
saw-
could scope out the space before going back to the inn. See if there's a good place for watching that isn't too nearby.
That's a good idea. Somewhere to hide and look casual.
Just
Casual.
relax. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
everything about the group is casual.
this is where
I don't know what you're talking about.
this is the street that the kobolds were on. You can see some of the alleys they ran down. What seems to be almost an arcane form of street lamp is on. It looks like it's just magic lights. And some of the local buildings are... You can hear the sounds of people inside, but it doesn't sound like they're doing anything devious.
All right.
Are any of the buildings around here like businesses that we could be perceivably frequenting in the night, like a tavern or something?
Most of these buildings seem like they're houses for the townspeople.
Okay. So we are going to have to be out of sight somewhere. And where can you put like an X or a circle or something where the kobolds generally sit so we can kind of position ourselves based on that?
The kobolds generally sit under this tree.
Okay.
You know, just generally enjoying the shade as, you know, they sit there in one trench coat.
All right. So we could like duck around one of the corners of these buildings.
I believe it will be significantly easier for you two to hide yourselves than it will be for me and Lula.
We're not
There's
very good hiders.
This is true.
As you are all sitting here discussing this, you hear voices coming up the street from the tavern.
Oh. Act natural.
Yeah, should be easy.
How low are the branches of the tree?
They're like 5 or 6 feet off the ground.
Mancha? Newson just leans over and takes a bite of the greenest part of the lowest branch.
As
Lulin's gonna like pinch his nose, shake his head, and he doesn't know why, but
Hey,
he's
Meb.
gonna join Newson and walk over to a branch and do a big old chomp.
Fantastic. Hey, Meb, thanks for the subscription.
Oh.
3 months of bad content indeed. Time to add a hat. I have to
Is
add
that
a
hungry?
hat. It is time.
It's hat time.
It's hat time.
Hat
DM
time.
hat time.
Brought to you by our sponsors. Hats.
Coming up the street is... Do any of you have dark vision?
I don't think.
I don't think we do.
I think it would
Yeah.
only be Elliot if it was.
Yeah.
Lissum and Alden come walking up the street.
Oh. Uh.
And they kind of stop when they see all of you together.
Lyra's gonna send a message to Elliot that says, "Oh God, this could be bad. Did we tell them they were spies? I can't remember. Did we decide not to do that? Oh God, oh God."
Relax. We have the paperwork all ready.
Oh right. I forgot.
So they make their way up to you,
Hmm.
and they're kind of hesitantly watching. Alden walks right up to you all, while Lissum kind of hangs back.
Hmm.
And Alden looks directly at Elliot and goes, "What did you say your name was again?"
I didn't. But the name's Ellie.
Hmm. Well, see, that was the name on the papers you gave us.
Yeah.
But the captain from that group that came through thought he recognized you, which I found strange.
Yeah, he must have been mistaken. Never gone by any other name.
Roll deception.
Guys, I am ready for this. I am less ready for this than I thought, but it's still a 14.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I must be. He must have been wrong. What are you doing with the Minotaurs?
We're currently using them to get some information about enemy troops. These two are ours, you see.
Hmm. Fantastic. What have you gathered?
Well, if you look at this map, I'm going to sort of pull that map that we drew out earlier. It turns out they have more troops than we thought.
Hmm. When was the last time you updated your map?
I haven't actually been in contact with any of the higher-ups for a little bit now.
Well, he's gonna walk up to you, and he's gonna point to a spot on your map and go, "Well, the army that was sent to attack the World Tree is gone.
What do you mean gone? Where'd they go?
They were turned to stone. Didn't you? You really haven't been in contact with command."
Well, no, we can't be passing messages across the front lines.
No, but they took the Minotaur army with them.
Oh, I see.
Yes, so luckily for us, we shouldn't have to worry about the war for that much longer.
Good to know.
The third and the fifth army are marching on them as we speak.
Very good.
Newson is attempting very hard not to become visibly agitated, and it is only slightly working.
What should I have you roll for that? Just give me a wisdom saving throw to stay composed.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
that was
wow.
lucky.
Yes, it was. Yeah, you look perfectly composed. Nothing is wrong in the world of Newson.
She is calm on the outside, but rage on the inside.
Yes. Lulin, give me the same roll.
I was gonna say Lulu is just meditating.
I accept this. He's just munching his tree leaves.
Mm-hmm.
He had a couple chomps, sitting down, calm, meditating, learning through what his training has put him through.
Unless you have any other questions for us. I'm afraid we actually need to get going. There's something we're looking into for the mayor.
I actually have new orders from High Command for you if you have been in contact with them.
Oh?
He's going to pull out a packet of papers and hand it to you and go, take a look over these. There's 3 new orders in there. Let me know what you think. We will see you back at the tavern later, I'm sure.
Yes, of course.
And he's gonna walk off with his wife, and they're gonna just head up the road.
So what
Well, that seems pretty lucky. What do those say? I want to like crowd in and read them also.
The first order is just it's essentially a reorganization of the supply chains for the Elven armies.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about how they're being shifted to more of the sea due to the fact that the elves have captured the city of Abila. So they're now able to transfer troops by sea towards Ulfast.
Mm-hmm.
The second order is an order for the 4th and 6th armies to move south because they've been getting disturbing reports from the Meliland wilds of Aarakocra attacks. And the last order advises all military personnel to be on the lookout for 2 deserters from the College of Apud.
Very good.
Oh, that
Yeah,
last one isn't so good. Is there a physical description of us, or like what?
There is not, but it includes your full name, Lyra,
Mm-hmm.
and Elliot's other name.
Okay.
Lulu's gonna look at Newson. I'm proud for you for keeping it together.
Newson grabs the branch that they were both eating off of and just snaps it off the tree and takes a deep breath and lets out a heavy snort and looks at Lulan and just like doesn't say anything but is pained.
When you break the branch off the tree, a voice from inside the tree says, "Hey, we sleeping up here."
Sorry.
Lulu takes the branch, he just shoves it in with some other branches.
Like puts it back.
Puts it back.
Give back branch.
All right. So maybe I should stop going by my real name for a little while. That might be good. So what's a believable name? What if I went by Bob?
That's pretty
Does
human.
that work? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll think about it. We'll workshop it.
Very well.
Humans have such strange naming customs.
I agree.
You're telling me.
They're not that strange. It's just
Yeah, okay,
Bob
Bob.
just lacks impact. What I feel that when you have a name, it should leave someone understanding who you are and what they are meant to feel when they meet you. Bob is just so lackluster.
okay. I'll pick a different one.
You shouldn't sell yourself short, Lyra. I mean, Bob?
You mean Bob.
I feel like we're gonna stumble on this.
You're a smart person.
Uh-huh.
I believe you can think of something way much better than Bob.
Just
Okay,
use
okay.
name Aril.
Whose is that?
Is
Lyra
Lyra
backwards.
backwards.
Oh,
Newson would not know
The
that.
kobold
but...
is the kobold is looking down at you from the branches and go, human also empty head behind big eyes?
well, yeah, maybe a little bit. Arl's good. That's not bad.
Newson shakes the tree a little bit. Like gives it a little ram with the horns.
Arl's not too bad. All right.
Hey, it's
Lulu's
just
gonna
it's
look at
Suki.
Elliot.
Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it.
Are we all in trouble, or are we in trouble? As he's looking at the papers.
Wow.
Do you read Elvish?
Lulu doesn't know.
Did you
But
did you convey it to us? I guess that's the question.
Honestly, you two seem to be in a little bit less trouble than us. So if we're in
Yeah.
trouble, you're in trouble. So, that's where we'll leave that, I think.
Yeah, only 2 of you read Elvish.
Yeah, basically, well, actually, I don't want to talk about this under the tree of people who are listening in, very obviously.
Hello.
Hi. How are you guys doing?
Hey, one of the kobolds looks at you and goes, "You can talk in front of us. We good secret keeper." And the other one goes, "Yeah, we no tell anyone circus man have coins." And then he gets smacked in the back of the head by the other kobold and just falls out of the tree. Just lays on the ground.
Lulu's
I'm gonna mold Earth, just push it back up to the tree level.
Lulu's gonna bend down and pick him up and put him back up there.
Yeah.
It's a team effort.
Yeah.
He disappears back into the leaves, and you guys can hear it almost sounds like a squirrel fight from inside the branches.
Just chittering.
Just chittering and draconic and smacking the hell out of each other.
Well, perhaps we will choose our stakeout location and then head to the tavern.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Can I see sort of how these roofs are shaped from the ground?
Oh, so the tree is like a tree that you would see in a city, so it's almost like in a basin.
Right.
And then, so you can't see the roots. You just see the trunk of the tree almost goes straight into
No,
the dirt.
I meant roof.
Oh, the roof.
The roofs of the building is around us. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah. So the roofs of the building, I mean, they look kind of how they look. They're all kind of thatch. There's some with shingles that look like more affluent properties. But they all have pretty steep angles, which you could probably safely assume is because it rains here a decent amount.
I'm
Or
mostly looking at the
snows, and they'd rather have snow fall off the roofs than cave them in.
collapse the house. Yeah.
But which one in particular are you looking at?
The one just north of the tree.
Oh, so it's nice and shingled. It has almost like a tower jutting out of the middle of it.
Yeah. Does it look feasible to get up to the top of that tower from the outside?
How good of a climber are you?
Well, never climbed before, but I bet I could.
Give me an give me an intelligence roll.
Okay.
Is he are you like actively looking at the tower?
Yeah.
Newson would lean down and kind of follow the eye line and say, I could probably throw you up there.
Mm-hmm.
The kobolds,
We'll keep our
hearing
options open.
throw, all poke their heads out of the branches.
Not you, us.
We know. We just won't watch.
Oh,
This roof,
They didn't,
this
like,
roof
fair
is
enough.
about 3 stories up, by the way, Sky.
Newson is confident.
And for the first time ever, Elliot is not.
Newson, what if you climb on my shoulders and Elliot climbs up?
well, I'm sure the people in this town don't really like getting bitten by their own coins. Maybe at a more reasonable hour tomorrow, we can just knock on the door and ask if they'll let us up there.
How dare you use diplomacy?
Elliot sort of stops for a second and it's like, oh yeah, I forgot that we're not the enemy here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're trying to rob them or anything. Right?
Well, I mean,
Right?
loose change. Yeah. No,
Okay.
Robin. Sorry.
Right?
I do not know what things average-sized people would have for us.
Okay, good. I mean, you could also try to throw Elliot up there. I think that might be intimidating.
No, I
too.
think we're good without that. Thanks, though. Ooh.
One of the kobolds in the tree goes, like, they disappear for a moment and they come back and he goes, Kobold has offer.
Oh.
You try throw half-elf man up there, and we kobolds help keep watch for circus man.
That is a great offer. That is a good offer.
Oh.
Newson kind of grins and looks at Elliot. I won't throw you unless you say it's okay.
Okay. I'm gonna prepare an action.
What are you preparing an action for?
I'm gonna prepare mold earth for the other side. Like, just if I get thrown over the roof instead of onto the roof, I want to at least mold earth to sort of try to dampen my fall a little bit.
Okay. So you're trying to throw him 30 feet up. DC 18 strength check.
Okay.
Can I help? Can I do a help?
Oh, can we do like a heft him? Like each of us put
Ooh.
a hand on one of his feet?
Sure.
Yes,
Which
oh
one
my
of you
God.
has the higher strength? Which one of you has the higher strength modifier?
I have a +2.
Mine's +3.
Okay, so you'll add his +2 to your roll.
Okay.
Awesome. I believe.
Alright.
So I'm just rolling straight strength.
Yep. Or
Luna's gonna
you
go-
can do athletics.
Luna's gonna go on your count. So he's just gonna wait
It's
for
the
your
same.
count.
Okay.
Athletics is strength modifier, so same modifier.
Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
know if you had proficiency in athletics, so.
Because
Because it would also add your proficiency modifier if you did.
I do not. No, it's +3 in my athletics as well, so
Hmm.
no.
Oh, you're right. You do not have proficiency in athletics.
I don't even
No,
think
you-
that was an option.
I do.
Lulin does, though.
I do. I'm a
Mm.
+4.
Oh, should we do it through your athletics then instead?
You want to add your +3 to his +4?
Yeah, because then it would be a +7.
Okay, we'll do that.
All right.
On my go. 1, 2, 3.
Ah!
No!
You all watch, and the kobolds cheer happily as Elliot is thrown up. And Elliot, you realize something about halfway up this building. You're not making it to the top,
We got
Oh,
close.
and those
No.
bricks are coming at your face very, very fast.
Those aren't dirt! Oh lord!
You have 5 seconds to tell me what you do. 4, 3.
Brace! That's it. That's all I can do.
You what?
Brace.
Okay. You brace for impact, and you all watch as he just slams into the side of this tower, and then starts his
Newton's ears lay back a
fall,
little bit.
and then starts his fall back down.
Okay, now Lulin and I can catch him.
Well, so he hit here, and he's falling towards this roof.
Mm-hmm.
So he falls about 10 feet and hits the roof. So
Oh,
roll me a
fancy.
d6, Isaac.
Oh god.
Nice.
And then he rolls off. So you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage from hitting the roof because you braced so successfully. And then when he rolls off the roof, are you guys trying to catch him?
Yes.
All right. Are you both trying to catch him?
I mean, we're pretty familiar with working together, so I assume we would probably take beats from each other. Whoever was like it on the closer side to the roof.
All right. Lulin, give me an athletics check to catch him.
Awesome. 19.
Yeah. You catch him in a bridal carry as he just falls down into your arms with a gash
Scoop
on his
him up
head.
like a little baby.
The kobolds in the tree are just laughing hysterically at you. They think this
Newton
is
is-
the best entertainment they've had in weeks.
It's enough for them to forgive us for literally throwing them at each other earlier.
One of the kobolds says, "You people funnier than circus people."
Newton is
Well, how
also
funny are the circus people?
Circus people real funny.
What did I do?
Lost a circus trick.
Nice.
And they give coin to kobold to hear about new people in town.
Is that us?
No, all new people in town.
Have you told them about us yet?
He not come by since you've been here, since you throw kobold at kobold.
How about we pay you to not tell them about us?
How much you pay?
1 gold.
The kobolds, all three of them just kind of turn, and they huddle up. Hear draconic whisperings. And one of them comes back and goes, 3 gold.
Did I catch
2
any
gold.
of the draconic whisper? Okay.
3 gold. 1
3
gold,
silver.
1 gold per kobold.
How about 3 silver per kobold?
They go back into their little huddle, and let me give them an intelligence check real quick. He turns back and he goes, 6 silver per kobold.
That's cheaper
You know, this
than
is-
2 gold. I think. Yeah.
Oh no, you need to do an intelligence check.
I was gonna say, wouldn't this be the perfect opportunity for confusing math talk to convince them?
Lulu's just gonna
Deal.
go over to Elliot. Yes, it is cheaper than 2 gold.
Newton nods
How loud
as
do
if
you
she
how
knew
loud
that.
do you say that?
Not very loud. I'm hunched down to Elliot's ear.
It doesn't matter. They don't hear you. They're too excited at their prospect of 6 silver per kobold.
It jingles more, and that's what they're really interested in.
Yes. The question is,
So-
do you have 18 silver?
I mean,
I have 5 silver. What do you guys got?
I have
it would be
9 because I got changed for the.
I'd say it would be a gold and 8 silver.
No, but you got to give them silver
No, yeah.
specifically.
Yeah, they want
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
coins specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lulin don't have silver.
I have 9.
Newton doesn't either, because we got robbed and
Oh,
only
no.
have gold at this point.
Wait, how many did you say you have? We have.
We only have 14.
Oh God.
What do we got to
Wait.
throw
How many
in
did you
with?
say you have?
I have 5.
Oh God. Why do you only have 14?
How much copper do you have?
10.
Just throw the 10 copper in.
Okay.
We'll put it all in a bag and throw that up to them.
Okay.
Is that what you
throwing them
do?
a bag with 14 copper. And,
It would be very
10 copper
jingly.
and
I was
14
gonna say,
silver.
it jiggles more, so they have to be happier, right?
You
Are kobolds colorblind?
no.
Damn it.
You throw it up to them, and they sit on one of the branches where you can see them, and they open the bag. And the kobold starts going, 1 for you, and 1 for you, and 1 for me, and 1 for you, and 1 for you, and 1 for me, and 1 for you, and 1 for you, and 1 for me, and 1 for you, and 1 for you. And then he looks in the bag, and then looks back at you, and just throws the bag of copper at your face.
Hey.
And then
Like,
looks
we
at
can
you,
get some change.
and then looks at you and goes, that's not silver. You lie, kobolds.
Yeah, we could have gotten some change.
You go away. We know help.
Wait, what about our first deal? We
No
threw them all away.
refunds.
Rough.
And they just all skitter back up into the branches.
Lulin's gonna hold out 2 gold pieces.
One of them stops and comes back down the tree.
This is to help make up for the lost change. An apology for throwing you. He's gonna reach up and
The
up
kobold
the
reaches
2
one of his
gold.
little 3-fingered hands back down to you and takes the 2 gold and just whispers, and 2 for me, and just slides back up and just crawls back up the tree.
So our deal's still on, right?
The kobold that was crawling up the tree stops and looks down at you and goes, deal is on, but only for big cow men. And then he looks at Elliot and goes, kinda pointy ear, go away. He tried cheat kobolds.
Fair enough. Let's go.
Newson kind of chuckles and says, the kobolds were too smart for you.
Yeah, well, happens more than you'd think.
When the kobolds end up with 3 gold and 8 silvers, or 4 silvers worth of stuff. They really were too smart for you.
Yes,
Damn.
but information is nicer.
Or not giving information about us, specifically.
Yeah, the kobolds are just back up in the tree. After a couple of minutes, you guys hear just the faint sounds of snoring.
Alright, now it's
And it
time
was
to get our coin back.
No. None of us are sneaky enough for that.
No.
Yeah, I'm definitely kidding.
All right. Well, I'm very tired, and my hand still hurts. I'm getting bitten.
Yeah, it might be good to get a good night's sleep in.
Yeah, Elliot, your face kinda hurts.
I know.
From just eating a
I
wall.
can only imagine.
Newson kind of gives like a nod and a pat on Elliot's shoulder and says, I respect a team player.
How much health do you have? Could that fall have just knocked you unconscious?
Yes. Well, no. There was one short of being able to do that.
Oh my god.
All right. Fantastic. Gotta love it.
Oh god.
Good to know.
Good to know.
Oh god.
I'll keep that in mind.
So
All right, what are you guys doing?
we've settled on diplomacy and the tower / seeing if we can like talk to people in the area to watch for the man. And I guess we'll go back to the tavern and let Elliot recover his 1 hit point with a long rest.
It's a big proportion.
He's got to rest his
True.
face.
Look. I imagine that mostly when he was bracing, he was just protecting his face.
It was like, oh!
Not my money maker.
No one will believe my lies if I am not beautiful.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Alright. We're gonna head back to the inn.
hmm
All right, you guys head back to the inn. When you go inside, there's a lot more people here this time. There's a lot of Ganassi just milling around drinking.
Nice.
Riska looks at you all and goes, "Did you sort it out yet?"
We're working on it.
Close.
I have to add
We're
another
just-
hat. Thanks, Brando.
Oh.
Perks of being a mod. And being a D&D.
Did you refund yourself after you did that?
No, not at all. I had 5.5.
Yeah, I figured you do.
Ooh, I have 7.7. Get wrecked.
I have 11.3.
At least
Oh,
I'm not missing at least I'm not missing 2 hit points for being bitten by coins.
Okay.
I will remind you that Lyra was bitten by a jar, not a coin.
Oh yeah.
No, that's true. That's true.
That is fair.
Anyways, yeah, you guys are back in the tavern now.
Did we already have a room, or do we need to get a room?
You do not have a room yet.
You guys were here. We just came to town today when we met up with you. So
Okay. Should we ask how big the rooms are? I feel like we should.
And the demon hat now has to go on. Just the full extent of my hat power.
oh god. I'm telling you, we got to get you some of those tiny hats that have clips on them so you can just clip them into your hair.
Mm-hmm.
I really need to put the producer glasses on over the hats.
So good.
When PT has all the hats and the glasses, does that mean that in any battle situations when that happens, do your characters roll a disadvantage to hit?
They actually roll an advantage to hit because I hate you all.
Damn it.
You wouldn't believe how powerful spite is.
Anyways. Yeah, you guys are back in the tavern. You still do need to get a room.
Yeah. How much for a few rooms? I'm gonna ask.
How many are you looking for?
The part. I'm gonna look around. Depends on how big they are, I guess.
Well, 2 rooms will run you a gold. Alright, I can't do this. My head hurts.
Do your beds support the weight of minotaurs?
Well, they're made of hay, so as long as you don't eat them, we should be fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't count those chickens before they hatch.
I
we'll
do
take
need to get a
couple
Doug Dimmadome hat.
Yes.
I'll toss a coin or a gold on the counter.
She's gonna scoop it up, and she just gives you back 2, brass keys.
Nice, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Do these keys have numbers or anything on them?
Nope.
All right. Great. I'm gonna go upstairs and start trying doors.
Unlock a bunch of different people's
So
doors.
the first door you go to unlocks, and inside is a Ganassi half-dressed who looks at you and goes, "Oi, what the fuck, man?
How am I supposed to tell if they're busy? Then I'll shut it.
How about you knock?"
All right, I'll knock at the next one.
You knock on the next one, and nobody responds from inside.
All right, great. I'm gonna throw open the door, but sort of step back so Lyra's standing in the doorway.
The room has two beds in it and a small nightstand, and it's empty.
Okay, and it looks like there's no items here or anything that belong to anybody.
Correct.
All right, this looks good. And Lyra just like is done. Like she just straight to bed.
All right. Leroy goes straight to nap time.
Mhm.
What about you, Elliot? What are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna keep looking for rooms for the other two people.
Two doors down from the room that you opened, you find an empty room.
Cool. I think this is where you guys will be. I'll give them the key.
You hand them the key, which looks almost comically small in the Minotaur's hands.
Nuzin will like stick it in one of the pockets in her bag and nod and be like, keep an ear out and don't let your guard down too much because as people who are used to sleeping in the wild, I feel like we would stay on very high alert.
Oh, in that case, who's keeping which watch?
Lulin would probably be first watch.
I mean, you guys don't have to keep watch. You're in a tavern.
No. Yeah, but she does have a point. The most we would actually have covered would be like tents for like the front lines and stuff.
Yeah.
If that.
All right, so you're both taking a 4-hour watch?
Yes.
So you're both only going to get short rests?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So, Lulin, you take the first watch, and downstairs, you just hear, the sounds of camaraderie and glasses clinking and people drinking, and then you can kind of hear people start to filter out.
Yeah.
But your watch passes uneventfully.
Whenever it comes time to wake Nuzin up, I'm sure I'm gonna have to be the person that like literally pushes her off the bed to wake her up.
It's true. She would literally fall onto the floor and then be like, okay. All right. I'm awake, Lulin, I'm awake. And
Newson, roll me a d20.
Okay.
Did it just not update? Oh, okay. It's rolling.
$14.
All right. Fantastic. Downstairs, you hear a pounding on the door. And when you hear the door opened, you hear someone very drunk go, "We're here to fight. Far up the street wouldn't let us fight, so now we're gonna fight here." And Riska sounds very unhappy about this.
I kind of glance at sleeping Lulin.
Gone. Absolutely gone. like mouth is open, jaws off to the side.
About as unconscious as a Minotaur gets.
Probably like a small amount of haze in his mouth.
This is why we take watches. We both sleep like the dead.
just like unconsciously, like slowly chomping.
We're chewing that cud.
He sleep much.
Sleep munch. She would get up and walk out of the room and like lock the door behind her.
Okay.
And not. You said we were upstairs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She would kind of walk out and glance. Is there like a look over of the bar? Like, can I see what's happening?
No, you are
Okay.
enclosed. You can just hear the bar. You can just hear the noises from below because the construction's not that good.
Got it. Okay. Then I'll go ahead and walk down.
Okay. So you walk downstairs, and there is a group of relatively tall Earth Ganassi. Just standing in the door, obviously very drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And they look at you, and one of them goes, "Can we fight that one?" And Riska looks over her shoulder at you and goes, "I prefer you not fight my patrons."
I feel like you lot be better off heading out or fighting each other than hanging around this establishment.
Why would we fight each other? Roll intimidation.
Well, 18.
What do you say? What do you say to intimidate them? Besides just being a big ass minotaur.
Yeah.
Or are you just glaring at them?
She would definitely kind of like rise up to the full height with the horns kind of out front, the massive long horns, and glower at each of them and say, "This establishment is too classy for the likes of you, and I suggest that you find your entertainment or your fight elsewhere."
The one in the front looks at you and he goes, "Yeah, we don't need to fight you. You look like you'd be too easy to fight." And he almost trips as he backpedals into his friends and just peels out.
She kind of like stomps and snorts.
The rest of them make haste to get as far away from there as possible. Yep. Riska turns and looks at you and goes, "Thank you.
Of course.
I'm sure they'll find a fight somewhere else."
That type often does. But you've been extremely accommodating to us, and I'm more than happy to help when I can.
Well, what can I say? Not everybody clears out the basement for me.
Turns out it was a very useful place to have cleared out.
Yep, I'm going to lock up and head home. Do you all need anything else?
Oh no, we're perfectly fine. The rest of my party is sound asleep upstairs.
All right.
As you say that, you hear a loud moo.
Riska just looks up, looks at you, and goes, "I can tell." And then she steps out the door, locks it from the outside, and you can see her through the windows just making her way up the street.
Newson would probably do like a quick glance around and then head back upstairs, unlock the door, head inside the room again, and close it behind her.
Yep, the rest of your night watch passes without incident.
Yay!
Hooray! The next morning, you all wake up to the smell of eggs and bacon downstairs.
Whoa.
So next morning, as soon as I wake up, I want to sort of either if Elliot's already awake, I want to talk to him. If not, I'll poke him awake and go like, "So, how much are we gonna tell our new friends about what kind of trouble we're in?"
None. I would prefer not to tell them anything.
I feel like, well, I already told them my name, and I feel like I'm gonna need to change my name, and I already said that, or at least not go by it for a little while. Do you think
That's
they'll
fair.
want an explanation as to why?
They probably will, but they probably won't listen to the explanation if we started out with "I used to be royalty." Like,
Oh no, that's too far. That's definitely too far. I just mean the papers we got.
yeah, that's fair.
All right. Okay. We'll just say. Yeah. We'll just say. Give them the bare bones. We left because we didn't want to get drafted. That's good enough, right?
Yeah, I sure hope their sense of honor doesn't try to get us in trouble, though.
I don't think they'd want the opposing army to draft us, though. That might get in the way of any sort of honorable tendencies.
That's fair. That's true. Yeah, it's really. I'll leave the ball in your court.
Okay. Okay. And then I want to start heading downstairs.
All right.
Nuzin returns the favor from last night and rolls Lulin out of the bed.
Good goal.
As you head down the stairs, Lyra, you hear just a very loud and a thunk as something hits the ground in one of the rooms.
Oh gosh, do you think they're okay? What's happening?
I'm sure they're just getting up. You know how it is sometimes.
we literally cow tip to wake each other
college.
up.
You remember those nights after the parties, like who?
Oh, that's true. That's true. They're
Did,
fine.
Did Lyra go to parties at the college?
No, but I definitely had to wake people up after then. They were
Yeah,
going to be late to
exactly.
school.
And by people, you mean
She had
Elliot.
to wake up Elliot.
Elliot realized it became much harder to party after he changed his name.
This is accurate.
Mhm.
People didn't just buy me booze. I had to start buying them for some reason.
You all head downstairs, and Riska is behind the counter, just cooking on what appears to be like a magical flame.
Lyra is very interested in the magical flame. What's it coming out of? How is this working? I'm getting way up in her face.
So you wouldn't actually be all that surprised of it, as it seems like it's something that came out of Stipvale.
Okay.
It looks like an oven with a series of runes to produce heat at the bottom of it.
Do I recognize the manufacturer?
No, this is a fairly common item. A lot of people make them.
Alright.
You would recognize that for some children, this is kind of the thing that ends up in like a kit that you would get for a holiday.
Alright, then I won't get too far up in there. I'll just notice that. And I'll say, like, those are nifty little gadgets there.
Aren't they? They came straight from the humans.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The food? And she kind of looks at Elliot.
How much for a couple plates?
Well, you know, your friend helped me out a lot last night, so we'll call breakfast free of charge. We'll just say it came with the
nice.
rooms.
Oh, that sounds good.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Are Lulin and Newson headed downstairs yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Newsom would have like rolled him out of bed and then headed down on her own, like knowing that eventually he would get up, basically.
You would get a very angry stare.
Lulin,
And then probably about 5 minutes later, Lulu would come down.
Lulin, did you sleep in your armor?
Probably yeah.
So you are
Considering that-
not rested.
No. Considering that of what had happened the day prior, and that we're not in familiar territory, Lulin would probably with also his military background, he would also sleep to be prepared.
Yeah, so between the fact that you wore your armor and took a short rest, you have a level of exhaustion.
Okay, that's fair. Where is
You look
that?
not well rested in the slightest. As Lulin and Newson comes downstairs. Newson, as you come downstairs, Riska is giving them their plates at the bar. And when she sees you, she says, "Oh, I saw the most interesting thing on the way in today.
Is that so?
The Ganassi from last night were scattered all over the street, just unconscious.
Fascinating.
It looks like
As
they
in-
found their fight."
Hmm. Good to know it wouldn't have been much trouble had they, found it with me. But I'm happy that we, didn't have to step outside in the first place.
My husband's talking to the Kobolds about it now. He's looking into it.
Good to hear, good to hear. Hopefully they won't be harassing you anymore.
Well, I feel that regardless of what actually did it, the Kobolds are going to say it was them, so...
Oh,
Well, they are quite smart. Glances at Elliot and sits down.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, they make good deals.
Ah, did you buy one of their jars?
No. But they
yeah.
did fleece my friend a little bit.
You actually did buy one of the jars.
Did we? Oh. I
yeah.
didn't.
Lyra!
Yeah.
I crushed the jar, so,
But she puts a plate of bacon and eggs in front of you.
much obliged.
And then she looks at you and goes, "Do you eat meat?"
Yes, of course. Why wouldn't we?
Well, I just
Elliot
figured...
sort of side eyes a little.
She kind of stops. She goes, "Well, I kind of figured. Never. You know what? Never mind. It was a dumb question." She just hastily puts out a plate for Lulin as he comes down the stairs and just disappears behind into the back room of the bar.
Susan thoroughly enjoys the breakfast.
Yeah, it's kind of mediocre. The eggs are a little runny.
The best way to have them.
There's no bread to go with it to mop it up.
Okay, well in that case.
Yeah, the bacon's a little too crispy. Lulin doesn't notice any of this, though. Lulin's just...
No.
Hmm.
Lulu's just slowly eating his breakfast.
Lulin has
You-
bags
you
under
are-
his eyes.
Yeah.
Poor guy. I
Dude,
was gonna say,
her
like,
constant glances-
Burn did it not look? Did you not make it in instantly?
I do not sleep well, though.
Yes.
It's, we're not very used to, sleeping under a roof.
Well, we
Let
could
it
go
look.
outside. Just hike a bit out of the city. I'm sure you could have found a tree.
I'm sure. I'll be okay.
Okay.
He's just gonna give like this half-assed smile. And then continue shoveling breakfast into his face.
Alright. So are you guys discussing your plan?
yeah. Is there anyone else around?
No, the bar's empty.
All right.
I chased everyone off last night.
I'm gonna say, so turning to Lulin and Newson. So we're in a little bit, those papers we got yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes, the orders from the stuck-up one.
So me and Elliot the other day, well, we're in a bit of trouble. We ran away, and so there's like anyway, they have my name, which isn't so great. So how I was talking about names yesterday, and right, anyway, so just don't go around saying my name. Good?
Oh, yes, of course. Bob. Wink.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Lewin's gonna lose his shit. He's just absolutely just gonna lose his shit.
As you're
Yeah.
all losing your shit, the fire ganassi that Elliot walked in on in the tavern comes downstairs and just looks at you all, kind of confused. He's got a big old scar on the side of his head. He just looks at you all and goes, "Fucking humans," and just walks out of the tavern.
I feel like that was pretty pointed. Rude.
Yeah, to you.
Yeah, no. I didn't do anything. You're the one who...
See, I told you, human naming practices are weird.
Well, you have to remember, if Elliot's hair is covering his ears, he looks human.
My point still stands.
I get blamed for everything. Alright, well... I'm feeling a bit better. I guess. And last night the kobolds let a little more slip, which is that the guy is from the circus, so even if we aren't able to ambush him today, do a stakeout today, we might still be able to find him at the circus. I don't know where the circus is, though.
I wonder if the entire circus is involved, or if just the one man is the distributor. That's the question.
I don't know about you, but it all sounds like some funny business. Lulun's hit the slap happy of exhaustion. After laughing so hard, Lulun has entered slap happy mode.
So where are you all
so
off to?
I think we have two options here. We could either go make friends with the person who owns that house that we want to get up on the roof of, or we could ask around and look for the circus itself.
Why don't we stop up at the Kobolds and see if the man has stopped yet?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yes.
We
I
can do that
suppose
on the way.
the kobolds may know where the circus people are.
Mm-hmm.
We should also go
Perhaps.
to the guild house.
That sounds good.
So where are you all headed first?
Kobolds.
Yeah, I mean the kobolds and the house is next to them, so
Yep.
kind of
I don't have a daytime version of this. You get the nighttime version.
it's just moody here all the time.
Yeah, well,
Rainy.
there's a lot of cloud cover today.
Stormy
so
day,
It's pretty
you know.
dark. Looks like it looks like it's going to snow.
Oh.
When you walk out, you see the mayor has 5 Earth Ganassi just sitting on a wall, and he's just asking them questions. And the kobolds are back in their standard trench coat attire,
Very good. Very good.
just sitting there with 3 jars out in front of them.
Oh.
So he's already been by today. We missed the morning visit.
Unless they had more jars tucked away somewhere.
I guess that's possible as well.
Guess the only way you'll know is to ask.
Yeah. Lyra's gonna
Well, they don't
wave
like
at them
you,
from a ways
so-
away.
They do not wave back to you.
I guess they like you, Lulin. Why don't you go up there?
I believe they said they'd only talk to Lulin, in fact.
Lulun's going to sheepishly walk up the street, wave to the mayor, do a big heckin' yawn, and
I can't
And,
wait to just fill this campaign with cow sound effects.
and walk up to the kobold friends.
The kobolds see you approaching, and they drop the hood, and all 3 of their heads are sticking out of the neck hole of this jacket.
That is precious.
And one of them looks at you and goes, How we help you, lizard thrower?
Newson kind of grins and goes, Lulin Lizard Thrower. I like that.
Did the hooded man give you guys new surplus, or did he stop yet?
We tell you he come by at noon. It like 8 in the morning.
Okay. Well,
Cow, you oversleep.
no,
Undersleep.
undersleep, and Lulin grabbed a piece of bacon before he left, and he's gonna snap it into 3 pieces and hand him each a piece.
2 of the kobolds, they all take the bacon, and they all hand it to the one in the middle who disappears underneath the jacket. And give me a perception check, Lulin, because you're the closest and the one talking to them.
Lovely. 13.
You just hear you just see smoke come up out of the neck of the jacket, and he pops his head back out and then hands them both a full piece of bacon and eats his.
Impeccable.
How we help?
Just more information would be kind.
You have more coin?
I could get some later later of the day.
Okay.
We have a few things to take care of, but by the end of the day, I will have more change, more coin.
Good. Very good.
And he's going to bow to them again. I'm sorry I threw you again.
It's
It was,
okay. Was fun. Throw
More
as
fun.
throw as far as Dragonborn do.
Lulin's gonna perk his head up. That might be a challenge. He's just gonna kind of laugh. Just joking.
You should go Koboldia. Have throwing off with Dragonborns.
Maybe one day in the future. I appreciate the offer. He's gonna somberly walk back to the party. We'll be later, friends.
You just see you see 2 hands come out of each arm, and they grab the hood and just throw it back up over their head.
Amazing.
Precious. I love the idea that they have some kind of cooking pot inside that jacket as well.
Lulin's going to return. They said the gentleman comes back at noon. So in a few more hours, the gentleman in the hood will be back.
So we have a little bit of time to prepare then.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Who's the least off-putting of all of us? That we should probably knock on the door to this house.
Probably not us. He's gonna look at Newton. As you see, not too many people are fond of Minotaurs.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of off-putting in general. Elliot?
All right.
You two are the diplomats here.
Oh no.
This doesn't bode well for diplomacy. Elliot's gonna go up and knock on the door.
The door opens, and it's a human. And he's
Hello.
relatively short. He's 5'4". He looks at you and goes, "What do you want?"
We're just doing some work around the town for the mayor. We're trying to narrow down the coin problems that have been going around.
Who's having
we were
problems
wondering
with
if-
coins?
The general shop and the just the local area, really.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why are you at my door?
Well, because I'd love to use your roof if you'd allow me.
Use it for what?
I want to be able to use it as a vantage point. Keep an eye on the street below.
A stakeout, Newton says from behind.
He's gonna look
Yeah,
at you and
that.
goes, "All right, what's in it for me?"
You won't get
Oh,
bitten
I
by
do.
any coins.
Hmm.
I ain't been bitten by any coins yet.
All right, we'll see how long that lasts.
Okay, and he closes the door in your face.
Oh no. We could
Oh well,
offer him some money.
guess we'll
I
hide
guess.
behind. Nah.
No.
I mean, we could go to the
No.
place across the street instead.
Oh yeah, let's knock on their door.
That's it. It's a thatch roof there, and I can't go up there.
Oh.
You are slender. I think it would be fine.
So you walk across to the house across the street, where... Oh, as it turns out, I don't have a picture. The Earth Ganassi are lined up by the mayor, and the mayor looks at you all and goes, "How goes the investigation?"
Pretty well. Although, we'd really like to be up on that roof over there. Unfortunately, the sir who lives there doesn't really want to let us up there.
Well, what'd you offer him?
Glory.
Not being bit by his own coin at some point if we do not remove it from circulation.
Oh, well, that would explain why you didn't get anywhere. Crutch doesn't use coins.
What a
What
hoe.
does
What
he
does he use?
Well, he's an inventor from Stipvale, so he pretty much just fixes things in return for goods.
I see.
Uh-huh.
Newson
Good
kind
to
of
know.
looks at Lyra and says, "Wouldn't you know what your other humans use for currency?"
I mean, I use coin. It sounds like he's more of a trader. Does anyone have anything interesting?
You're the human.
I didn't bring any inventions along with me.
Lulin's just gonna blink. I got a sword and I got a hammer.
Yeah, that's
He's
not.
just gonna shrug.
No, we know how those work.
Newson says, "I have axes and
Yeah.
cooking equipment. We're more equipped for the wild than for the workshop."
Hmm.
I'm gonna go over to the kobolds. How do you do that?
The kobolds aren't responding to you.
Sons of bitches.
They got
Oh,
your silver and they got bored of you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That is accurate.
Perhaps they would be more receptive if I picked you up and threw you again.
maybe not for
Not.
the mayor.
When you say that, you see one of the kobolds poke their head up and go, "Maybe."
Maybe if you told us what the circus people did, we could do some of that too.
Oh. Okay. So, we make deal. I tell you what circus people did. You do what circus people did.
We'll do our
Maybe
best
don't.
to do
No.
that.
No, you do what circus people did. And you just, like, a hand comes right out of the center of the trench coat and points at Elliot.
Wow. We'll do our best.
Okay. Circus people juggle axes. You do that now.
Wow. Got any axes?
I do. I have 2 hand axes, in
Not
fact.
you.
Cow, you volunteer axes for juggle?
Newson pulls out 2 axes, 2 hand axes.
Why are you like this?
From underneath the coat slides 2 more axes.
Oh no.
You do juggle now.
Alright.
Before you do that, I'm gonna reach a hand out towards you and cast a spell And this is Blade Ward, so until the end of your next turn, you have resistance against bludgeoning and piercing and slashing dealt by weapons.
So for 6 seconds.
Yeah, go fast.
Well, I'm throwing up some axes. And
Do you want to roll performance or acrobatics?
Performance.
All right, give me a performance check.
Can I stand nearby to like assist in case he drops things and kind of like grab him or knock him out of the way?
Not really. So as it turns out, Elliot can't even get started because he obviously doesn't know how to juggle. So Elliot just throws 2 of the axes up with 2 more in his hand, and then as he goes to throw the 3rd one, they just fall to the ground, and the kobolds just look disappointed.
Oh.
Look, I'm sorry. I did my best.
That's a sad thought.
You're telling me. It was my best.
The hands reach out and grab the 2 axes that hit the ground, just drag them back under the coat.
Nuzin takes back her 2 as well.
Okay, bye now.
Well, you didn't lose any fingers, so that's pretty good.
Well, yeah. It's good to have all 10.
Yeah.
Nuzin crouches down next to the kobolds and says, "Are you sure you couldn't give us any more information? We'd really like to know more about the circus people."
They outside town.
Mm-hmm. Is it you said it's the same man that comes and sees you every day? Yes.
Yes. He is nice.
Do you happen to know if any of the other circus people know that he comes to visit you?
We only see 1 circus people per day.
You've not spoken to any of the others?
Do kobold look like kobold leave this spot? We sit here, we sleep in tree. We go get mare when big lizard thrower get angry.
Well, then that implies that you do in fact go other places besides here.
Your logic makes sense, cow person.
Look, we know that you kobolds see a lot. I'm certain that you've seen things that you could tell us about
Yes.
the people in the town and the circus people.
Yes. You want know a thing about people in town? Last night, Kobold watched Idiot get thrown into building.
Ah, yes, that was quite funny.
Yes.
What a dumb bitch.
Also watch Earth Ganassi get beat up by Shadow.
Oh.
By a shadow, you say?
Yes, we think. I don't know. They go up to Man in Hood. Man in Hood beat them all up in darkness.
Your man in a hood?
You don't know. It was dark.
I see.
We know tell him about you though. And they're looking at Lulu when they see this. We go, we know tell them about you, big cow man.
Did you tell him about the rest of us?
We know tell them about you, big cow man.
All right.
We appreciate you not telling them about our big cow man.
Yes. We place big bet on big cow man next time he go throw lizards in Koboldia.
It would be a bet well placed. She grins and glances at Lulin, who is, looking haggard, but...
I'm assuming he's just munching the tree again.
No, he's just staring out into space. he perks up every time he either A, hears his name, or B, hears Angry Lizard Throwman.
That's pretty good. All right. So, I guess, we could just show back up here at noon. If
True.
we
In the
went to the
meantime, we could
guild.
go check out the circus just outside of town.
Mm-hmm.
We may cross paths with our hooded figure if we head that direction.
Even
So
more.
that
I want to be clear, they never told you where outside town it was.
that's fair.
I'm sure the mayor knows. I don't want to talk to the damn kobolds again.
Mhm.
That's
Is
good.
the
They don't
mayor
want to
still
talk to
over
you
there?
either. Yes, he's still over there. The Earth Ganassi have begun to just kind of leave.
Mm-hmm. Then I suppose we could walk over to the mayor
Mm-hmm.
and ask him about the circus.
All right, the mayor's over here. You guys can move these tokens around, by the way.
Oh,
Oh.
can we? Well, okay.
Whoa. Fancy.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
So fancy.
Ever so slowly, Lulu makes his way over.
Lenwinier looks at all of you and he goes, "So, it's going well then."
Oh, we have a lead.
Oh,
Question. Where's the circus camped out? We know they're outside of town, but where exactly?
what circus?
Oh, okay. Well, the kobold said there was a circus?
I don't know of any circus.
Lulin, you better go talk to the kobolds again.
You don't know about any encampment outside, perhaps?
No, not really. Sometimes the elves camp outside, but they're normally pretty quiet about it.
Interesting.
The kobolds also mentioned a bunch of people in various colors of clothing. I think he said roughly about 20, 25 some odd people. Is that what
No.
they're referring to?
I don't remember anything like that happening in town.
No, I'm sorry. It was the
general
The
store.
general store. Yeah, it was the
The
store.
woman at the general store said that
My
a
fault.
large group of people in colorful clothing came through not too long ago.
No, I don't remember anything like that.
Curious.
Well, if you find out there's a circus, I guess let me know.
Yeah, we will. Llewellyn, perhaps you should see if you can inquire with the kobolds where we might perhaps you could tell them that we're trying to improve our circus act. She would kind of be like out of like murmuring this to him, not like and giving him a reason basically that they should tell us where to find the circus people, quote unquote. I'm going to say now.
Oh, okay. Luna's just gotta bottle back. He's just gonna waddle back on over to the kobolds.
Elliot's just pacing.
Lulin, the kobolds look up at you. Yes, lizard throw.
So, circus. Could you point us in direction? We can't necessarily help our friend get better at throwing axes if we don't know where the place is.
Oh, we understand. Little problem.
Yeah?
You don't find circus.
You don't find circus.
No. Circus find you.
Have you told the mayor this?
Yeah, we tell Mayor every time we see Circus. He never remember.
Ah,
Mayor had bad memory. Too much around meat, probably. I don't know.
noted. He's gonna give him a little pat on the head.
Which
We
head?
will, the one, the one on,
Whichever. Which kobold are you
the,
patting?
the most top kobold.
Alright.
Whichever one is actually in the hood.
They're all three in the hood.
Oh, he gives each one of them a pat on the head.
Very well.
He's gonna do a big yawn. And,
You look tired.
I didn't sleep very well.
Just a can full of brown liquid comes out from under the hood and go, you need coffee.
He's gonna grab the cup, he's gonna sniff it.
It smells like coffee. It smells like very bitter coffee. Coffee from circus people. We drink all time. Feel great.
Do it. Drink it.
Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare tell me to drink the coffee. Mr.
Hey,
I don't know
casual
how to
counter
juggle.
Thanks for the follow.
At least he tried.
Fine, I'll drink it. Drink me, I'll drink it.
You're not drinking it, Lulin?
Lulin's gonna side-eye Elliot, and then he's gonna drink the coffee.
You feel magically refreshed as your level of exhaustion goes away.
Oh,
What?
Ooh.
I don't know if I like the sound of that, though.
Newsing kind of sniffs the empty jar.
It's just a can.
Okay.
It smells like a can.
There's no residual like coffee smell or anything.
I mean, there's some coffee grounds at the bottom of it.
Yeah, but I'm asking specific. Like, does it smell?
Oh yeah, it smells like coffee.
Oh, okay, okay.
Kind of that bittery aroma.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Bye, Big Lizard Man. You have more question?
No. I think
Coffee make you feel better?
coffee will make me feel better.
Good. Good. Very good.
You're gonna give each one of them a pat on the head again. And waddle back over towards the mayor.
The mayor has made
Immaculate
his
uncle vibes.
the mayor has made his way back towards his house.
Got it.
Okay.
Where to next?
It's about 9 o'clock
Is it
now.
Okay. So where to next, friends?
Well,
We have several hours and an unfindable circus.
none find. But we know that the guy's gonna be here in a couple hours.
Yes.
What you doing, Zeke? You playing with things on your token?
I am. I
So-
found the settings.
He found the settings.
I see that.
Well, should we go to the guild hall?
Yes, I suppose that's the next logical direction. We just need to be sure that we head back this direction with enough time to get here.
Mhm.
And wait, we didn't actually secure a place to hide. We
Oh,
talked to
right.
one man, he rejected us, and then we gave up. So,
Yeah,
are we
we'll
just gonna
hide
go
in the
for...
streets. Just walk around in the streets. Like,
I suppose in midday it won't be unusual for people to be out and about.
Balloon's gonna look at Elliot. Can't you use your earth magic stuff to create like a little mound of dirt? Just hide in it.
yeah, that's fair. If we get here a little early, we can do that
Oh.
when we get back.
At least, probably you can.
I believe that 2 mounds of dirt large enough to hide us, Lulin, would not be very inconspicuous.
Would not be a mound. It would be a mountain.
Well then, I suppose we will find this guild hall. Do we even know where it is?
Yeah, they told you that it was on the east end of town.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you all head to the guild hall, and the guild hall is this very large, imposing, but not particularly fancy building. It's really, really big. It's probably 3 blocks across and 5 stories tall. But the masonry work that holds it together looks shoddy at best, and there are very few windows. In fact, it almost looks like the courtyard to a castle if there was no castle around it. It's just kind of a big open square on the inside.
Interesting.
When you walk into the guild hall, a gnome stops you and he holds out a book and he goes, "Please sign in."
Okay.
Your native tongue is fine if you don't know common.
Lula's going to bend all the way down, grab the book, sign his name, and hand it off to the next person.
Newson does the same.
Lyra takes the book and writes down Aural Shadows. And then hands it off.
Okay.
Do you sign it, Elliot?
Yeah.
Alright. You guys hand the book back to this small gnome, and he's short enough that every single one of you notices the massive bald spot growing on the back of his head, and he has a really thin pencil mustache and glasses. Like, if you had to come up with the definition of somebody who's like a bookie, this guy's a bookie. He almost look like he has like raccoon hands. Like,
grabby little hands.
yes. And he looks at you and goes, "What is your business in the guild hall today?"
Well, we heard you were having some trouble with coins and biting people and that sort of thing. And we just wanted to make sure that we got all those, and we wanted to ask a little bit about them and that kind of thing.
Yes, we've had a massive problem with paying out the exorbitant fees that the town has incurred due to these false coins.
Well, the mayor has asked us to investigate it, / put an end to it.
And I suppose he'll ask me to pay for it as well.
I believe that is the case.
So are you here to get paid? Have you solved the problem?
We were hoping to get resources or any information that you all had from investigating previous to us, and to base and let you know that we were on the case.
Very well. Well, we've had several shipments of coins go out of the city since this whole thing began, so I can only hope that our trade partners do not think we are intentionally robbing them. But as far as our internal coins go, our biggest loss has been paying out the tavern and the general store for the coins that they are losing to this infestation.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
And what relations do you or the Guildhall have with the Kobolds?
You think that we would do business with those miscreants?
I never said you would do business. I was asking your relationship with them. With your comment being said, I imagine it's not great.
Did my tone not make that perfectly clear?
It did.
Anyways, it's always nice to help an elven officer out. So, sir, and he looks at Elliot, do let us know if you have any other concerns or you need to requisition weapons for the front lines.
Will do.
I would like to point out that he has not told either of you that he is not actually in the military yet. Newson and Lulin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Lulin has not told either of them that he's also in the military.
Yeah.
Anyways, is there anything else I can assist with?
I'll have to review orders, but I'll get back to you on the weapons
Of course.
requisition orders if need be.
Of course. Do keep us in mind for all of your financing needs. As you know, you can find a guild hall with a vault in almost every city.
Yes, of course.
Yes. Is there anything else I can help you with? Ladies, gentlemen, minotaurs?
Newson's eyes kind of narrow a little bit.
Oh, do not
But-
give me that look.
Is the disrespect necessary?
Yes, I'm a banker. And you look
Ah.
particularly poor.
You do terrible business then. And she
Ah.
just turns and walks out.
I do fantastic business. That's why I don't look terribly poor.
No, but
If only you weren't losing so much money. She, shrugs with her hands up and continues to walk away.
That is defamation, he yells as you all leave.
Yeah.
Newson snorts. What a horrible place.
It's not particularly the nicest. So you guys find yourself on the street outside the guild hall, which has much more affluent buildings around it. It's almost like, the money that comes from there finances much of the town.
Whoa.
I'm tempted to let him keep losing money. Perhaps we should just leave and start traveling.
I mean, I'd love to, but my coffers aren't exactly full as of late, so
Right.
I think I kind of
Alright.
need the money.
So, as we're out, Luna's just gonna pop up.
He's-
So, officer, what's next?
Well, honestly, I think we ought to go visit that elven man who's stationed in this town, so we could get a proper cover story going. But we'll work on that after we talk to the shadow dude. I'm thinking.
Alright, you guys have about 2 hours before noon.
Well, I figure we might as well just mill around in the area.
Maybe we can
Well, in that
take a big
case,
long
yeah.
walk and be on the lookout for people in colorful outfits, kind of a thing.
That's true. Just kind of do a general town sweep perception.
Alright.
We
Well-
could also go to the elven. Sorry, I keep dropping. That elven the elven officer's house. So that we can quote unquote talk to him about the orders. Mostly because I have plans for thieving.
You sure? I'm worried that the more we push, the more he's gonna look into our story.
Well, if we did agree to meet him, and I think if we don't show up at some point, it's going to be more suspicious.
Yeah, maybe.
And I want to learn more about this army under the tree that got stoned, because that might have been the army I was supposed to. I sort of said under my breath.
Newsing kind
Gosh,
of
I wonder what kind of
glances.
magic caused that, and who did it?
Yeah, I mean, you have to have at least over Category 5 magic for that.
Mhm.
Something
Yeah,
that
yeah.
large, right?
And of
I
course,
mean,
you'd also have to calculate the angle of incidence on it, which is not
yeah.
a small requirement.
No, and then a volume that large, it's got to be, just
Yeah,
unbelievable quantities of magical
right,
entropy exposed.
right. And Lyra breaks open her spell book and starts like scribbling something down. And she's like, "Well, if if you if we assumed that the whole thing had at least 100 micro magic units." then maybe you wouldn't need that much power. And she starts writing things down.
Elliot sort of like
Have
snaps
either of
out
you
of it,
all
looking
actually
around.
spent any time near a world tree before?
Well, sure, I used to live basically right on one.
Well, you would know then that they are incredibly magically powerful natural elements, so I'm certain that
Yeah, but no army's ever been able to utilize that kind of magic from the trees. It's always been an aura of magic, but it's never been harvested by the armies. At least not the Elven armies.
No, what I was suggesting is that perhaps the world tree retaliated at the
No. It's a plant.
Yeah, what would it care
that's
that people were fighting
Yeah.
underneath?
Exactly. It's just a tree.
I weep.
The elves got one of
for-
those over there too.
I weep for the human and elven world trees then. They are misunderstood by your kind.
I don't know about
Or
that.
Yeah,
We've done some amazing things with the aura around our tree.
I doubt it.
You haven't even seen it.
You don't understand them.
oh, what, you think you have such a great understanding?
Sure.
At least we just don't acknowledge it as a plant.
Yes.
Well, it's surely a magical entity, but it's shown no proof of independent thought or action.
Who's walking
No,
in the back of your group?
I imagine
I
since we're all like carrying conversation, we're more in a line.
yeah,
Yeah,
or in like
okay.
a clump. It would probably be like 2 and 2. I expect it would be sort of how I line everyone up in the actual like
Right.
Bits, Crits, and Halfwits image. Like the two of them are in the middle, and me and Lulin are kind of slightly back on either side.
All right, Lulin, you have talked the least, so I assume
Yeah.
you're paying the most attention. So give me a perception check.
Aye, Captain.
The rest of you carry on your conversation. I'll message Lulin what he sees.
Oof.
I mean, you guys can think whatever you want, but we have no empirical evidence showing that the trees are capable of any level of thought.
Right.
Perhaps you
It's-
don't. You all haven't
Well-
lived in a world that is you all build over top of your trees. You change the world around them and shape it to your more quote civilized living
Well-
situation. The Minotaurs and the Furbolgs live amongst the trees. We live with the world tree in a world that the world tree creates and protects. It offers us things. It helps our harvests. It keeps our animals healthy.
I mean, these are all very empirically unprovable spiritual nonsense. I mean, the elves have pioneered looking at empirical data to analyze the world around us, and we simply found no correlation between the health of magnificent, I will admit, but ultimately unaffected trees. I mean, the magic around them is useful, sure, but
And
to
yet,
imagine that they're independent entities, it shows no proof.
and yet your army chose to attack the world tree and not our city. Does that not
Well,
say to you that perhaps you are the ones who don't have all the information?
well, I didn't
Do
attack any world tree.
you can detect any world tree?
I didn't attack any tree.
Oh, I'm not saying you did. I'm saying that
Yes, but
perhaps the people who have
again,
told
the
you.
magical aura around them is handy, as the humans have proven time and time again. But it simply doesn't prove an independent entity, does it?
But you're saying this based on what you are explaining as science, as researchers have your people have poked and prodded and experimented with your tree, and you simply trust that word. You have not experienced it yourself. The Minotaurs live with the tree, with the world that it has created. We all do. We all spend time with it. You don't know a world tree until you've experienced the essence yourself. There's things that you can't understand from simple paper.
I mean, the elves, just like your people, for a long time considered the tree to be a very temple, to be the most spiritual place on the continent. Many of our earliest civilizations were culturally based around the tree. But upon further development and understanding, it showed that it is in fact just the natural order of things for
Perhaps
plants to grow and animals to become healthy.
perhaps you've simply become too distant from it to understand its true essence anymore.
Here's a thought.
Hey, Lukey, what's going on?
Maybe remove your tree and see what happens with your people. Wouldn't that be fair science?
Well, of course not. The assets gained from the magical aura is unreplaceable.
Then to simply write it off as nothing more than a tree is narrow-minded.
Well, to assume that it has a consciousness of its own is far-reaching.
I suppose we'll just have to agree to disagree
It
until
seems
you can
far more
experience it
likely
yourself.
that a greater military power took control of that tree's magical aura to form a more targeted attack.
That's what I would guess.
Or should I say potent?
Mm.
Perhaps it was the humans, thinking they could take both armies out at once.
Lyra kind of shrugs. I don't know. I never knew much about how much they were interested in the conflict.
Brando, give me another roll.
$11.
Okay, you can all continue.
Very well.
Nuzin just kind of like forlornly look kind of to the sky in the direction of home. And just, sigh. I don't-
Lyra comes up to her and pats her a little bit. She says, "Look, you'll see. When you see Stipvale, you'll see." It's not nearly as bad as you think.
She kind of looks down and smiles and says, "I hope you're right."
All right, it's about 11:30. You guys did a full circuit of the town.
Mhm.
Not really sure if you saw anything, but are you guys gonna start heading back towards the courtyard?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, you guys
Rolling that way.
get to the courtyard. Where are you posting up?
So, Elliot is gonna go sort of down by this alley. And the first time we were here, Elliot saw the shadowed man sort of disappear down an alley, right?
Yes.
I assume it was this one.
So he walked into this one and came out back here.
Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna do my best to sort of mold Earth, just a pit, basically. And then sort of cover it over with whatever rubble and debris is already in the alley. Just so that anyone who tries to run over it will fall into a pit rather than get over it.
All right. What are the rest of you doing? Lyra's hiding.
Yeah, I think this spot is it. What does this spot over here looks like? Like, is it pretty? Because I don't want to be like crouched down so that if anyone does see me, it's like really obvious that I'm hiding. I want to be like leaning up against a wall, kind of casually, in just kind of a.
Yeah, it's just a
secluded
corner of the building.
Okay, yeah, I just kind of want to lean up against the wall then.
And Nuzin and Lulin?
I think Nuzin would suggest maybe the two of them these going to some of these like barrels and crates and things like that that are nearby and kind of feigning work.
Alright, so you guys
Yeah.
are heading over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know would it be closer to go to the one that's like south
Yeah, I was
of
thinking
the
the ones down
tree?
here.
Yeah, you guys
yeah.
could split up too.
That's
if you want to.
fair. I suppose so. I'll probably do the southern one since it's a bit closer for
Alright. As you guys are feigning work, and Elliot and Lyra are, just trying to look nonchalant, you guys hear whistling as somebody comes walking down the street in a cloak.
Can we get a look at his face?
No, his face is covered in shadow.
Okay.
Just. As he walks up and he tosses some coins into the kobold's jar.
Alright, Elliot's gonna start following.
As you start to follow him, the whistling kind of dies away.
mm-hmm.
Let me just get a
token.
Leland's gonna follow Elliot, but he's gonna be like a few paces back.
Yeah. Newsom would also kind of be coming like probably a little bit closer to Elliot so he's not completely on his own.
Yeah, Lyra's gonna get out of her spot and start walking, trying not to look like she's walking at the person. Just
kind
like
of cutting. I'm cutting across the front of the building, basically, walking ahead.
He kind of stops, just in the middle of all of you.
Mm-hmm.
Looks around. If you have something to ask me, just ask me.
So the coins.
Yes?
What are you trying to do with them?
Is giving coins to beggars against the law here?
Just when they're not real coins.
Who said they aren't real?
Oh, well, our empirical evidence.
one of them bit me.
Well, why'd you make it angry?
Why can the coin get angry?
Because everything has a little bit of life in it.
Well, that bodes well. But why are you giving coins that are alive to this town?
Because I give them to
Clearly
every
not.
town.
Well, look, the mayor wants to talk to you.
Then the mayor can come talk to me.
Where can he find you?
If he needs the circus will find him.
Perhaps you
Well.
should simply cease
just-
giving out these coins.
Ho ho ho, nuisance Stormhorn. That's not how any of this works.
You know him?
Nuzin is like taken slightly aback, but doesn't really show, or like tries not to show it, and says, "No, I don't know this man."
You know, it's funny, Mr. Shadowman. Who's gonna stop like polishing whatever like weapon was here, like whatever hammer or axe was here. It just so happens that the mayor just happens to never remember a circus.
Well, those who don't need to remember the circus aren't going to remember the circus.
Well, that's an interesting concept.
Some things just don't like to be remembered.
Well, sounds like a pretty nice power, honestly.
Do you wish you had it, Arendelle?
I do.
Well, maybe one day the circus will find you.
Yeah. I don't think that's what people thought when I said I would run away and join the circus, but it's something worth considering.
The circus is always looking for promising talent.
It's curious, though. I'm sure the Kobolds will tell you I don't have the right kind of talent.
Oh? There are many kinds of talent that the circus can use.
Well, it's really depends on the day, doesn't it?
Oh, it does, it does.
What use is a circus that no one can remember?
Well, the circus isn't for what you can remember, it's for living in the moment.
Alright, well then, what use is giving out biting coins to people?
You're still on the coins.
Well, it is what we were hired to stop.
It's okay, the circus will be moving along soon.
Can we get an ETA so we can at least collect our reward?
Yesterday or tomorrow. Always and never.
That is the worst ETA I've ever heard.
I told you the circus was
Like
a bunch
a
of
government
funny business.
contractor?
Oh, no, no, no. I can assure you that nobody here works for the government.
Well, I mean, you sure give ETAs like you do.
See, that's the kind of wit that the circus would love.
Well, as I'm sure you will tell me, you know just where to find me.
Oh. I'm sure you'll find us. After all, you
Well,
found
I'm
me
not
today,
allowed to
did
do
you not?
that.
We did indeed.
Why not
Anyways,
take us there now?
because that's not how it works, Lyra.
You guys didn't call me Bob. I don't know him either.
It's okay,
Hmm.
Bob.
You know, you're certainly addressing us all by name, but we haven't caught yours yet.
Well, addressing you by name is the most respectful way to address you.
I appreciate the respect.
Don't you deserve some in return?
Oh, no, no. I won't be giving you my name.
Well, why ever not?
Because that's not how the rules work.
Kind of game is
Come now,
this?
you live closest to their tree. You of all people should understand the rules. I've been very hospitable.
As have we.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, so we can all go on our way.
Are you going to keep distributing coins and harming this town?
The coins do not harm the town.
The
what
coins
is their
harm
purpose?
the innocent shopkeepers that are simply trying to run businesses.
Oh, I assure you that the only person being harmed is the one who's trying to control them. A
So you're not
coin is such
particularly
a fickle
the,
thing. And he pulls out a coin and just kind of like rolls it over all of his fingers. You only give it value because you believe it has value.
Well,
But
yeah.
there's no value in a coin. Well, there's no value in this town's coins. There's plenty of value in mine. If anything, I'm making the town richer.
By spreading monsters through the town?
Oh, such a rude word, monsters.
Give us a better one.
I of all people should be familiar with it.
Yes, I'm sure you were called monsters many times. Anyways, I have to go, but... And he tosses the coin up into the air. And as he tosses it up, you see darkness start spreading around this coin. Like, just tendrils of darkness until the entire area that you are all in. So, let me just put a token on this dude. So, I guess Newsom's the only one caught in it. But the rest of you just see this wall of darkness spread out from this coin. And it almost looks like a dome. And he goes, but if you need me, just get lost. That's the surest way to find what you're looking for. And when the darkness recedes, he is gone. And that's where we'll end the session.
Oh my gosh, what is going on? Ah, this is so exciting.
All right.
I don't want to wait another 2 weeks.
Well, you have to.
I don't like it.
I don't wanna.
That's so unfortunate. Anyways, from left to right as we get ready to do our raid. I know that Spacious has to go soon. Yeah, so starting with Isaac, do you want to tell the people who you are and tell them where to find you next time?
I appear on
where
this
to-
stream
Tell them where to
and
find you in
various
the
other
future.
people's streams. Spot me in Shattered Realms and in this stream, and occasionally on Grindstone in other people's streams.
Very good, very good.
I'm like Waldo.
You are like Waldo. You just appear, you're just hanging out in all sorts of media.
That's very fair. And then Rosie.
Hello, I am One Rosie CS on Twitch. You can catch me doing this every other Saturday. And let's see, when is my next stream? Monday probably, maybe Sunday. I don't know, but we do start on Monday. That's all.
Sky.
I am twitch.tv/theskyt. You can see me in the D&D crew down there. Next stream will either be Sunday or Monday, kind of depending, with Trickster's birthday stuff on Sunday. I do art and gaming content here on Twitch, and lots of art content literally everywhere else under just Sky T with 2 A's.
Sky did all of our lovely tokens for all of our characters.
I did.
They are fantastic.
I know, right? 7 HP.
That's what we get for being level 1.
Yeah. You know, I told them, yeah, we can start this campaign at level 3. It'll be okay, but...
Well, originally we were starting with people that had never played. Yeah.
It's okay. Your first level up is coming soon.
Okay.
Coming soon to a theater near you.
Woo. Yeah, Flam, it's now Sky does Minecraft and art and D&D.
And then...
Yeah, we were discussing that before stream.
And then Brando.
Yeah, I'm Brando, Lulen Bolt speaker. You probably find me in your chat. I'm in the same boat as Isaac. I might hop in somebody's stream. I'm more than likely gonna be in your chat. Just vibing.
He's in
Chilling
your Twitch
out.
chat. But yeah, and then I'm Perfectly Techno. I do Bits, Crits, and Halfwits every other week. And then on the off weeks of Bits, Crits, and Halfwits, we do Just Another One Shot, which all take place in the history of the Bits, Crits, and Halfwits universe. So if you want to be a part of that, all you have to do is join my Discord, which is down below, and I think I have a command for it. And it's first come, first serve. The characters are sometimes pre-generated, sometimes not. I'm going to delete the Flam command. Because she took all my points during my crab attack, and I'm very angry about it. Definitely salty about it. But, anyways, we are going to raid the same people we raid every week, Band of Badgers.
Band of Badgers!
So be sure to hop in there and drop that Badger emote. The Ace Badger emote is great. But,
Ace Badger.
We're going to send it their way. Yeah, the Wizard HP dice is only a D6, which is super rough at low levels.
Right?
That's why we have 2 tanks to combat those 2 wizards.
We do. We have 2 tanks and 2 wizards, and nothing in between.
And nothing in between. Glass
Only
cannons and shields. That's what we are.
But we're gonna toss the raid over to Band of Badgers. Be sure that you toss in that Badger emote to show them some love. And until next time, I'm Perfectly Techno. This is Bits, Crits, and Halfwits. And until we see you again, stay cool, stay in school, and stay techno. We'll catch you then.